prepared to relinquish the crown. King Charles and King William shake hands to punish Harry and Meghan. Good morning, and thank you for tuning into UK Royal News Trends. An insider claims that Prince Charles and his father, King Charles, will give a strong response to the lies told by Meghan and Harry in the Netflix documentary. Senior royals are reportedly preparing for the worst and are ready to respond to any false allegations that may arise once the new series becomes available on the streaming service. The firm has every right to challenge those toxic, never-ending, one-sided stories, an anonymous source told The Mirror. There is a consensus among the troops that Harry and Meghan are just making a lot of fuss over nothing. However, contingency plans are in place for any eventuality, including the possibility of false accusations. Reportedly, former members of the Sussex's households are seething with rage after seeing previews for the 6-part documentary. The source also said that the palace should defend current and former employees against the Markles' baseless allegations, or at least give them the opportunity to do so despite the confidentiality agreements. And only reason Meghan and Harry won is because the royal family has been silent. The adage, never complain, never explain, belongs to another era that has no place in modern society. That may have been effective when the Queen was alive, but modern society is filled with evildoers who relish in their ability to cause pain to others. This calls for even more drastic action. Currently, the King should robustly strip them of their titles. Netflix, despite spending a lot of money on securing the film, still anticipates a seizable audience for it. When the shows bomb, audiences lose faith that they'll always be entertained for their money. This garbage from these two does not even come close to being interesting or useful. Remember that she's an actress who has boasted about shedding tears on cue in the past. They flatly refused to let the camera crew into their home, so any intimate scenes in which they respond or express themselves to the camera had to be planned in advance. Tear in your left eye. No one would believe her after she's repeatedly lied. Whenever the monarchy is attacked in this so-called documentary, both King Charles II and Prince William step up to defend it. While I mourn the loss of the Queen, I am relieved that she will no longer have to endure the hurtful and disrespectful behavior of her once loyal and beloved grandson. While I agree that most of it will be the same recycled self-serving dreck that was presented on the Oprah chat show, there are some very serious allegations that need to be addressed and resolved. Charles should take charge in this matter and finally hold Harry accountable. However, do you think anyone will ever be able to fully trust Harry and Meghan again? They have an unhealthy fixation on sharing too much information online, which will not go over well with famous people. Think of the consequences if they were to do this to someone other than a member of their own family. A wealthy couple who appear unconcerned about global warming, mental health, or any other pressing issues. Their award merely exemplifies the twisted nature of their underlying institutions. It's fascinating to observe the media speculation frenzy that has ensued. Will be fascinating to observe how things play out in the real world. When Harry and Meghan's royal family jokes finally run dry, what are they going to do? In my opinion, it's just one-trick pony. They just don't seem to have what it takes to play a more comprehensive style. Following this performance, I predict that their popularity will quickly decline. The most effective and immediate solution is to strip them of any remaining titles, sever ties, and force them to either sink or swim on their own. See how long they're new American money friends? It is obvious that they're not interested in regular people. Stick around when they're just Mr. and Mrs. Sussex. To that end, I doubt Meghan will stick around for very long either. If they don't make it to the Academy Awards, they can always try their luck as store mannequins, like those who make clumsy transitions to radio control. Isn't that what they're doing when they fake crying? Brings to mind sulking preschoolers. If the King and Queen, along with the Prince and Princess of Wales, don't have to put their feet down and can instead ride out the storm, everyone's lives would be much simpler. My mother always says that a person's face reveals their true character. And these two never seem to look good no matter what they're wearing. This gorgeous dress doesn't flatter her figure at all. In short, they're terrible human beings. People who are well known but who lack good character. It's so obvious that they have staged these clips they keep showing. I'm not sure what they were going for, but if the audience doesn't buy into it, it will fail. Whether or not it's the truth. They can't sell it to the public. Is this something that any other well-known people have done? Just had cameras set up in front of them for hours, days, weeks, months, and years, and then show it, assuming that everyone will want to watch them walk, sit, eat, talk, walk some more, talk some more, lounge about, laugh, cry, laugh some more, cry some more, sit, walk, wave, talk, ride in cars, well, except for Seinfeld, sleep, poo, be silly, whine, drink, look up, look down, look all around. However, it is possible to pinpoint any action taken by these two that would merit recognition for battling oppression. Instead of spending their own money on diapers, school supplies, and the like, they encourage others to donate so that they can hand out freebies and take credit for it. Since Kerry Kennedy engages in the same practices, I can see how she could fall for it. But who else is on the board with them? There isn't much to say from Palace. It's just establishing the background. In the event that they release another volley of attacks, it will serve as a catalyst for further action. Based on what the King and Queen have said and done so far, they have decided to do nothing. They don't want to give them the impression that they have changed the course solely in response to Harry and Meghan's behavior. Last but not least, if the TV show and the book are harmful to the monarchy, Charles should strip them not only of the HRH, but also of the commercial Duke and Duchess of Sussex title. I don't think Meghan and Harry Markle will be as commercially successful as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but I'm sure that's fine with her. If Meghan Markle wants to become the first female president, she can't do so as a duchess or princess. If she wants to be president, she should probably stop trashing the royals and making Netflix shows and instead focus on the real complicated issues that make you unpopular with people whose opinions are different from yours, and that even Scobie and Oprah can't defend everything you say and do. What else could the Sussexes want that would make them mature? They complain about not being spoiled enough and not getting the attention they feel they deserve, despite the fact that we are in the midst of the worst cost of living crisis in decades, and that people are freezing in their own homes, and that strikes can be seen just about anywhere. It's possible that if they let it go, they'll gain some respect back. Likewise, how about you? What are your thoughts on this breaking news? Leave your thoughts in the comment section and we can talk about them together. If you think our video is interesting, please hit that like button and forward it to your loved ones who could use it right now. If you want to stay up to date on UK royal news trends, you can subscribe to our news channels dedicated to them. Finally, I would like to say thank you for watching and ask that you enjoy the day.